First grade, today in math, we are taking a look at adding 10 to two-digit numbers. Now, we've been adding 10 to numbers such as 40, 20, and 80. So, let's check out some of those problems. 10 plus 40 equals what? Well, if you're not quite sure, you go right ahead and pull out your folder, right? 10 plus 40, 10 more than 40. What's 10 more than 40? 50. Right. What about 20 plus 10? 10, 20, 30. Right. And what about 80 plus 10? What comes after 80 when you're counting by tens? After 80 comes 90. Right. And so we could do that all day long, right? But today what we want to do is we want to learn how to add 10 to any two-digit number, not just ones that are multiples of 10. And so we are going to use our 100 numbers chart to help us today. So you will need to have out your 100 numbers chart so that we can go through this lesson together. Okay? I'll make mine a little bit bigger as well, but I really want you to have your folder out. All right, so I'm going to erase what we already had there. And here's our first problem. We have 27 plus 10. So in 27 plus 10, we need to figure out what our answer is going to be. I want you just to look at your 100 numbers chart because I think it's going to be easier if we start there. Find 27. Now, the thing to remember is that anytime you start up top or anywhere and you go straight down, you're actually counting by tens, okay? So 27 plus 10 means I'm going to slide my finger down one whole spot. And what did it land on? It landed on 37. Okay? Now, you might have been able to say, well, guess what, Mrs. Friedrichs? 2 and 1 makes 3. And I know that if I'm counting by tens, this spot here stays the same. And so my answer has to be 37, doesn't it? What about 64 plus 10? 64 plus 10. Let me move that to the side for a second. I want you to find 64 on your 100 numbers chart. Remember what I just said. When you go straight down, you're just counting by tens. That's all you're doing. So what is 10 more than 64? Your answer would be 74. Right. So 64 plus 10 is 74. How about 42 plus 10? 42 plus 10. There's 42. What do you think your answer is going to be? Now remember, I already showed you your trick, but I want you to see why we can say that and why it's true. So start at 42, and we're going to count 10 more so you can exactly see what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go down to the next row. 9, 10. So 42 plus 10 equaled 52. 42 plus 10 is 52. Now, we're going to do a few more problems like this. All right, let me write down this first one. 75 plus 10. 59 plus 10. 83 plus 10. And 31 plus 10. Ooh, I wrote that one kind of off to the side. I'm going to rewrite that one. I'll rewrite it down here. Okay. Now, the first one was 75 plus 10. 75 plus 10. So here we go. We're at 75. What is going to be 75 plus 10? $85, right. What about 59 plus 10? 59 plus 10. 59 plus 10. 69. So 59 plus 10 is 69. Sorry, I had to write that one so small. The next one is 83 plus 10. Ooh, and I'm going to leave it sit just like this. You can see the bottom of the screen here. 83 plus 10 is 93. And the last one is 31 plus 10. 31 plus 10. 41, right. Okay, now, I want us to look at the number 85. Which digit told us the number of tens? Remember a few lessons ago, we talked about pennies and dimes, and we talked about tens and ones. So which of these digits, the 8 or the 5, is going to tell us the number of tens? The 8 is. And which digit tells us the number of ones? The 5 does. Right. Remember that your ones spot is what's going to come first. So if I had the number 8, and that was the only number I had, we only have a 1 spot. But if I have the number 98, I would have 9 tens and 8 ones. Okay? So the number is 93. Which digit tells me the number of tens? The 9 does, right. And which digit tells me the number of ones? The 3. What about the number 41? I'm not going to write tens and ones up there. I want you to take a look at the number. Number is 41. Which digit tells you the number of ones? The 1 does. Yeah, there's only one 1. And which digit tells you the number of tens? Yeah, the 4 does. Absolutely. This is something we will keep practicing. Wonderful job. So today, what I would like you to do, please, is grab out, while I'm with you, your guided class practice. You'll need this. You will also need to have a ruler, okay? And there are 4 colored crayons you need. You need green, red, purple, and blue. Green, red, purple, and blue. Green, red, purple, and blue. Okay, so I'm going to put my crayons to the side because I don't need them quite yet. I'm going to put my ruler to the side because I don't need that quite yet. I'm going to put away my dry erase markers for now and grab out a marker. And we can get started. I'll use green today. So go ahead and put your name on your paper. And the date today, yesterday was November 11th. So if yesterday was November 11th, today is November 12th. And we're still in the year 2020. What month comes after November? After November comes December, right? And it's hard to believe that we're in November right now because we've had such beautiful weather, haven't we? If we were doing calendar and we were together and we were talking about the weather, we'd be saying, wow, it's been sunny and it's been warm. We'd be able to say warm in November. And usually in November, we're talking about cool and cold. We're talking about cloudy and snowy. And we've just been so blessed, haven't we? So, but today, it is November 12th. And we've still been seeing some sunshine, but our temperatures are getting a little chilly now, aren't they? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at number 1. It says, Stuart has 10 large marbles and 24 small marbles. How many marbles does he have? So we don't want to know how many only large he has or how many only small he has. We want to know the total number of marbles. So marbles is totally going to be your label, isn't it? Okay, so he has 10 large marbles, 24 small marbles. Do I need to say 10 large marbles plus 24 small marbles? Do I need to differentiate between large and small? No, I don't. So I'm going to write 10 marbles. And since I want to know the total number he has, I need to add them up. Plus 24 marbles equals how many total marbles? We have 10 plus 24, which is the same thing as 24 plus 10. But grab out your 100 numbers chart if you need. 24 plus 10 more. What's 10 more than 24? 34. Right. Could I just put 34? No. And then I need to write that same answer down on my answer line. Okay? 10 marbles plus 24 marbles equals 34 marbles. My answer is 34 marbles. If you're still writing number 1, you go ahead and pause. We're going to go to number 2. Number 2 wants us to have our ruler, so please make sure you have your ruler. We're going to measure this line segment using inches. So remember, I have my ruler. There's 2 sides to the ruler, which we learned yesterday. The one side is your centimeter side. It has more numbers on it. The numbers are closer together. And the other side is the inches side. It starts at 0 and goes to 12. That's the side we are measuring with. Okay? So, we're measuring from this dot here to this dot right here. That's it. I'm going to start my ruler, not at the edge, but at the 0. Sometimes our rulers give us a little extra on the sides, and that's okay. But we're not starting there. We're starting at the 0. And you'll notice how I'm going underneath my line. And we're going to stop where our dot is. Okay, you can see our dot is right here. So how many inches long is that line? Well, that line is 4 inches. So I need to write a 4. I don't have to write inches because look at right here. Remember that that is one of the ways that we can say inches. Okay? When you're done with your ruler, you can put it to the side. You won't need it again for class. Now, let's go ahead and show 57 cents using the fewest dimes and pennies. Remember the big way that I showed you to do this. P and D. It's always going to be the fewest amount if you follow that rule. Pennies and then dimes. Okay? If you needed to or wanted to, you could totally draw out and you could show, I'm going to get as close to 57 as I can without going over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I would do another one, I'd be at 60, and that's too far. So I can't do any more dimes. Now I need to go to pennies. So where's that 50? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Okay, if you wanted to show that, you are welcome to draw that out so that you can physically see that. If this works for you using a P and a D, that's great too, as long as you can see that that's the fewest amount that I can use. So, doing this either way, how many dimes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess what? That's the same number I had right here. And how many pennies do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the same number I had right here. 5 dimes and 7 pennies was definitely the fewest way. The fewest was the way to make the fewest coins. Okay? If I had way more than 10 pennies, that wouldn't be the fewest. It means I have extra change that I'm carrying around in my pocket or my purse, and we don't want that. Okay? Nice work. Now, this is where you need your crayons. We need blue, red, green, and purple. Blue, red, green, purple. Hopefully you already have those since I told you that as we were starting our sheet. But if you do not have them out, you will need them. Crayons. Please don't use markers because it bleeds right through to the back side. Crayons because it tells us to use crayons. So here it says, you color 1/2 using a blue crayon. Okay, I have my blue crayon. I have to find the square that is divided in half. Remember that half means 2 pieces. I found it. Now I'm not coloring the whole thing in. I'm only coloring in 1/2 of it. How many pieces is that? Yeah, it's just 1. Does it matter which side I fill in? Nope. But how many are you filling in? Just 1. Go ahead. You'll notice that I like to go on the outside first. Been telling you that all year. When you start on the outside first, it makes it easier to stay in your lines. Okay? And when you're done with the blue, you can put it to the side. Now, we need to color 1/4 using a red crayon. Okay, so find your red. Here's my red. 1/4. Which of these other shapes shows 1/4? Means 4 equal pieces, right? Ooh, that's too many. We already used that one. Ooh, that's 8 pieces. That's 4 pieces. Okay, so color 1/4 using the red crayon. Does it matter which piece I color in? No, but how many am I coloring in? Just 1. Okay, color it in. If you did not color in the same piece as me, it's fine, as long as you only have one of them colored in. Do not color in more than 1, or it won't be 1/4 anymore. When you're done with that, put your red to the side. Okay? Now, it says color 1/8 using a green crayon. All right, I'm going to grab out my green. And I have to color 1/8 using green. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not 8s. Ooh, we already used that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8s. We already used that one. This is the one. Color 1/8. Does it matter which piece you choose? No, but only choose 1. Do something silly. Ready? I'm going to color 1 on the inside. I'm still going to outline it as best I can first. There we go. 1/8. Didn't say which one I had to do, right? So I got to color in whichever one I wanted. And then you can put your green down. And then it says color 1/6 using a purple crayon. This is the only one we have left. Color in 1/6. How many pieces are you coloring in? 1. Does it matter which one? No. Pick whichever one you want. I'm going to choose this one in the corner up here. Okay, and then you can put the purple to the side. Excuse me. Now, you will need the red crayon yet at the bottom, so please make sure that you don't put them away, because you will still need it. Okay? Now, you'll notice that I did keep out my red folder today, just in case I needed it to help me with my sums. Because that's where we're next. Here we go. Find the sums. 36 plus 10. What's 10 more than 36? Well, let's look. Let's help ourselves out here. Here's 36. Remember, these are all groups of 10. 6, 16, 26, 36, 46. Right. 10 more than 36 is 46. What's 10 more than 42? 10 plus 42. Here's 42. What's 10 more? 52. Okay? How about 28? What is 28 plus 10? Here's 28. Go 10 more. 38. And the last one is 73 plus 10. 73 plus 10. Here's 73. What's 10 more than 73? Yes, 83. All right. Now, next, we have to fill in this piece of the 100 numbers chart. Remember that you can't just keep writing by the 60s until you're done with 60s and go on to 70s. This is a piece. This is as if this 100 numbers chart right here was cut up and there was only a part of it. Okay? That's what that's like. So that's what we're doing here. So, what comes before 63? I heard you say 62 does, of course. Okay, so 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Now, am I going to put 67 right here? No, because remember we just said this is a part of your 100 numbers chart. So you're counting by tens as you're going down, aren't you? So what's 10 more than 62? What's 10 more than 62? 72. What's 10 more than 72? 82. And that should really help you to be able to fill that in. Because remember, all we did was we added 10. We added 10 again. Okay? So let's finish filling this out. Let me move this up a little bit for you so you can see it a little bit better. Thanks for being so patient. You guys have been really great with being patient. Makes my heart so happy. All right, so let's finish getting this filled out, shall we? What comes after 72? 73, 74, 75, 76. Yes. And now we have to start at 82 because remember we were counting by tens. This is part of our 100 numbers chart. Okay, 82. What comes after 82? 83. And then 84. 85 is already there. 86. Yes, great job. Now we have one more job, and that is what number 7 says. You need your red crayon. Grab it out. What it wants us to do is trace one horizontal line segment in problem 6, that's this, using a red crayon. So we need to remember the difference between horizontal, vertical, and oblique. So this here, that's an oblique line, as I have that crayon sitting there. That's oblique. It's on an angle. Oblique is on an angle. Okay? This is horizontal. Why? No, it's not. It's vertical. Sorry. Vertical. Why? Because it's going straight up and down. This is vertical because it's going straight up and down. This is horizontal. And why? It's going straight across. Okay? So now, you have a couple different choices of lines. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but you're going to just take your red crayon and you're going to go straight across. Okay? It doesn't matter if you chose the same line as me, as long as your line was going straight across. If you chose a line that goes up and down, then it will not be correct. Make sure it's going across. Horizontal, go straight across. Okay? Now, let's quickly just take a look at the back side. Clara had 35 pennies and her brother gave her 10 more pennies. How many pennies does she have left? Thermometer work, yes. Which number on the thermometer is the temperature closest to? What's it closest to? Show 87 cents using the fewest dimes and pennies. You need blue, orange, red, and green on the back side here. Blue, orange, red, and green. Find your sums. Use your 100 numbers chart if you need to. Fill in the missing numbers on this piece of the 100 numbers chart. Remember, please, that this is not for you to say 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. No. Remember that this is 10 more. You had to add 10. Little helper for you. Okay? Then, number 7, trace one vertical line segment. Remember which way vertical goes. Up and down. Okay? So, when you are done with this backside, when you have made sure everything is good on the front, we went through all that together. When your backside is done with your name and your date, then please make sure that a parent checks it over. If something's wrong, go ahead and fix it up, and then make sure that it gets into your Thursday folder. Have a great rest of your day.